This religion is based on the Quran and the Sunnah. And the Quran and Sunnah, they are not laws. They are more like guidance to the guide. But from those guidance, you can also derive the rules and laws for the people to organize the society. So later on, the people who have become expert of that, they have to make effort because the Quran and Sunnah are not in the language of the law. So to derive the law and rulings and to make something wajib, obligatory, fard, haram, this and that, people have to make effort. When people use their reasoning and their effort to derive the rulings from the Quran and Sunnah, certainly they have to differ. Because not everybody has same understanding, so people differ. There are angle. There have been so many different opinions about every single issue in Islam. And there's so many madhahib in school. What now commonly known is like Hanafi madhab, Maliki madhab, Shafi'i madhab, Hanbali madhab, and also there are people who follow just hadith, Ahlul Hadith or Salafi people. So there are many madhahib. And when you read the details of the law from these books, everybody has got their own arguments from the Quran and from the Hadith. Sometimes they use sound Hadith, but for some issues they don't have sound Hadith, they use weak Hadith. But each one has got, different. So there are something on which all of them agree, but there are something where they differ. This has this Hadith, this person used this Hadith, people, doing this thing. So that's why one of the important things has been in madrasad and centers of Islamic learning to teach people those verses of the Quran from which the rules are derived, and also to teach those hadith from which people derive the rule. But more often people emphasize on the differences and they prefer one madhab over the other, Hanafi madhab, Shafi madhab. Hanafi people will teach those books of hadith which support Hanafi madhab. So people develop book like that really. So there are book on ahkam according to Hanafi madhab, books according to Shafi'i madhab, books about Hanbali madhab. So it looks really that the Prophet was before madhab. He does not follow any madhab, but even his hadith became part of the madhab. So it came to my mind really that to emphasize the unity more than the differences. Though there are differences, but seriously that those hadiths, how they unite believers. And people use weak hadiths. Let's see sound hadiths. What are they? So then I collected my own, collection of the hadith about the ahkam rulings. That al-Ihkam book, this has been published now. So 200 hadiths, in which I gather hadiths of ahkam only from the most sound sources. That is the Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. And then from those hadiths, I only collected those hadiths on which everybody agrees. All the people agree. So when you learn that, then it really helps everybody, whether you're Hanafi or Maliki or Shafi or Hanbali, and also it is more sound. Then whatever in your madhab, other than this, you will know really, either it is not in Sahih hand, more sound, or it is weak, or something like that. You understand really. When people learn the most sound hadith first, then they make a difference. Then when they found new ruling, they know, this is not from that book. It means it must be weak or something like that. If you read from your own source, Hanafi madhab, you don't know difference. You take all of them as same thing. So when people say there's so many sunnah in the prayer, so many sunnah in the wudu, they count them as they are same. No, some of them are based on sound hadith and some are based on the weak hadith, munkar. But you don't know. You follow them in the same way. So by this book, what will happen is really that you know really these things that you do, they are based on this sound hadith. Something else that we have got, maybe not in both books, maybe somewhere else. So you understand the difference between two types of the action that people do. Some are based on sound hadith and some are not based on sound. Some are maybe based on just some human reasoning. So, it is really very important to study the sources in this way, that how they unite the believers, how the madhabs become nearer to each other. So that my intention is to make it. So if the people memorize these hadiths, learn them, so it will be helpful for any madhab, any school, and also these are the things which are the most sound. So, these hadiths can be used by you. And also when you learn a hadith to support a certain ruling, hadith will be always more than that. So in that hadith, there will be many other aspects which will help you in other aspects of the life. So, this one of the reasons really that people need to learn a collection like that, which is based only on the sound hadith of the Prophet ﷺ about the legal matters.